What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite New York Jets subscription podcast, Badlands. I'm your host, Joe Caporoso. Weekly 12-pack. I got too cocky last week. I talked about how the 12-pack had started off the season 3-0. Of course, we got one wrong then. 3-1 on the season. We're back. We're back and still brought to you by our friends at Magic Mind. I am 46 days into the challenge of having this every day to go with my coffee. Terrific mental performance shot. I've been a big fan of it for a long time. 100% safe. All the ingredients are third-party tested and sourced from the best suppliers. Doctors validated, over 200 scientific studies behind it. Mushrooms organically grown in California. Highest grade possible matcha. Tastes good too. Not like some of these other things where you kind of have to like chase it with water or coffee because you can't handle the taste. That is not the case with Magic Mind, which tastes pretty damn good. So we have a limited offer for our Badlands subscribers that get you up to 48% off your first subscription or 20% off a one-time purchase with code Badlands20. I will also leave a link in the bio. Remember, also, every time you buy it, they donate 5 cents for each bottle sold to mental health charities that help U.S. homeless communities, and they are 100% carbon neutral. So again, code Badlands20 for Magic Mind. All right, Jets-Vikings predictions. Week 5, London town, 9:30 a.m. kickoff here on the East Coast. Jets, 2.5-point underdogs. Unsurprisingly, the Vikings are 4-0, arguably the best team in football right now, most complete team in football, probably the best coach team in football at the moment. Our guy Sam Darnold off to a terrific start. A better version of what he did early in his Carolina career where he had a similar hot streak. We always knew Sam was capable of this, right? He'd get hot. He's a streak shooter. Is he going to do that all season? I don't know. I'm rooting for him. He's a good dude. I'm glad to see he's finding success. I don't think it has to divert to being something making fun of the Jets. He's been on 2 teams in between the Jets and someone else, so it is what it is. We're into the Aaron Rodgers era. I am not going to pick the Jets to win this game. I'm going to get that right out in front. Connor is picking them to win, and he basically convinced me on the pod that I should go the same way, but I'm feeling burned from last week. I'm not going to lie. I look like an idiot in this short out on the YouTube channel saying the Jets are going to win and cover. It happens when you make picks. But I think the Jets are going to play well. I think they're going to be competitive. I think it's going to be close at halftime. I think it's going to be close. I think they're going to lose by a field goal in a higher scoring game. I'm thinking like 27-24. I don't think it's going to be a season killer. I think everyone's going to be very bummed. And I think the Buffalo game will kind of be like a must win. And it's going to have that kind of environment. I think Rodgers will play well in particular. I think he'll throw for 250 yards. I think he'll throw for a couple touchdowns. I think Darnold will do the same thing. I think he's going to throw for 250 yards and a couple touchdowns. I think each quarterback's going to have a turnover. I think this is going to be a very even, higher scoring game. So I like the over here. And the Jets just fall late to a team that's just better coached than them. I don't think there's a massive talent discrepancy here in any way. You can make the case on paper the Jets are better. I just think O'Connell and Flores are better than Saleh and Hackett. And I think in a game where you have to fly overseas, that ends up making the difference. I think this is the last Jets game we will see without Devontae Adams. I think they will trade for him Sunday night or Monday, and he will suit up for the Buffalo game. I think Garrett will play well. I think he'll have his highest yardage total of the season. I think he'll have 80 or 90 yards. I think he'll get into the end zone. Brees will play better, but I still think we're going to see a lot of Braylon Allen. I would take Braylon Allen to have at least 50 total yards on offense and get into the end zone. Those are the 2 main guys, I'm really watching on offense. I think you can basically count on Lazard at this point for 3 or 4 catches for 40 or 50 yards every week. Mike Williams will be a full-time player. I think he'll do his usual, 3 catches for 55 yards with 1 big play. He's also probably due to get in the end zone, so I don't mind a dart throw on an anytime touchdown for him. Defensively, I think Sauce will trail JJ for like 70% of the game, and maybe JJ has like 7 for 98 yards and a touchdown. So he's going to make plays. He's going to score. He's the best player in the best receiver in the NFL, but I don't think he goes for like 170 and 2 touchdowns or anything crazy. I think it's a lot of the other parts in the Vikings offense that hurts the Jets. Aaron Jones is a pass catcher out of the backfield, Addison down the field. I think the Vikings had a lot of ways to put up points, and they'll do that against the Jets defense. Unfortunately, this team does still need more defensive line help, and watching these Michael Clemens pass rush reps are depressing, opposite of Will McDonald. So I think if you're looking at it from a betting perspective today, and I want to say, I'm picking the Jets to lose by 3. I would not be shocked if they won the game. I think this game, Buffalo, I think they need to get to 4-4. They're 2-2 right now. Where those 2 wins come from of the next 4, I don't know. Again, not stunning if they win this one, but I'm just going to go with the Vikings here. So over Vikings to cover the 2.5. Aaron Rodgers, I think you'll be able to get him if he's going to have more than 250. I think that's going to be an over in most places. I think Darnold will also be around that yardage total. For your touchdown scorers, Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Braylon Allen. I like Allen better than Breece this week, to be honest. I think if anything, the Jets overcompensate a little bit for not using Allen enough last week, and he gets some of those short yardage and goal line touches. So he feels due to get into the end zone after not getting in the last couple weeks. Defensively, the Jets do feel due to get an interception, and I feel like Darnold will throw them one. I always skew more towards Reed or Carter on an interception just because Sauce doesn't get that many targets, although this week he may with them throwing at Jefferson. So if there's a week for him to get an interception, this is probably it if you're looking to throw a dart there. Quinnen Williams, again, due for a sack, so I don't hate that. The only guys I'd bet on getting sacks are him and Will McDonald. They seem to really be the only ones you would be comfortable putting any kind of money on getting to the quarterback. Nobody else at this point. So we'll see. We'll be back later today with the post-game reaction from Connor or myself, probably around like the 4:00 games. Hopefully we'll also be doing some reaction to the Devontae Adams trade, and then we'll have a whole week of coverage leading into Monday Night Football at Jets-Bills. I'll be out at Jets-Bills at the game all day, all night, so come hang at the tailgate. Come get some in-person time. I'll have our official underdog picks. Use promo code Badlands. Get that deposit match posted up on Twitter and Discord before the game. So look out for that. And I could guess they're going to skew towards a lot of the guys I just mentioned. The Mike Williams, we've had some success with a little bit. Braylon Allen. I think Darnold over a half an interception will be fine. He'll be able to turn over, even though he's going to rack some yards up. If you could get Jefferson under 100 yards, I don't hate that. I think he'll have like 90. It'll be close, but if there's a game that you feel okay putting him under 100 yards, you would hope that Sauce could contribute to that. He's due for sort of a bigger statement game, so we'll watch out for that. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll be back later today, and we'll talk to you soon.